Well, it's that time, guys. We're back. The last call. We're going to talk about the national championship game. We're going to talk about the transfer portal. And we're going to talk about the late, great Bob Weir, which this guy had a ticket to go see Dead and Company at the Sphere, and he missed out on the trip of a lifetime. Hey, we're brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi, the Azaleas, the Oaks, two amazing golf courses, a Dancing Rabbit. Now's the time to go over there, play the Timeout Sports Lounge. It's a Vegas-style sports book right there in Golden Moon Casino. Awesome slots. It's cold outside. If you can't play golf, just go hang out at the casino. And I'll tell you what, it'd be a great weekend. All right, let's get this thing started. Good to see you guys, by the way. Good to see you, Jake. All right, there he is, Jake Coker. I'm Mick Gillespie. Jake, by the time some of these people watch, this national championship game matchup will be over, but Miami versus Indiana, no one would have had that at the beginning of the season. It's pretty interesting just because Miami's like literally playing in their home stadium, and Indiana's a wrecking ball.
Yeah, you know what's funny is Coach Saban was talking about Miami. I guess it was pre-playoff or whenever they got seeded. And, it turns out he knows a little bit about football. Talking about Miami being a dangerous team once they got in there because they do have a lot of talent. I mean, I'm kind of tired of making this argument, and I think I'm leaning towards Indiana to cover just because at this point when you play Indiana, I almost don't know how much it matters, if you have a lot of talent or not. I think they scheme you and take advantage of your weaknesses so much that, the talent level, you can't make enough big plays with talent to overcome the consistency that Indiana plays with. Miami, I mean, in the playoffs, especially Ole Miss, they should have beaten Ole Miss by 2 or 3 touchdowns, in my opinion.
Right.
And just kept shooting themselves in the foot with a far better roster. And look, I don't Coach Cristobal was our offensive line coach at Miami, and I'm pulling for Miami because of that tonight. But he's a guy that's he's big on toughness, he's big on discipline, and I knew he'd do a good job there. I think this is year 2? Is this year 2 for him?
Yeah.
Already been a national championship there, has brought them back. If they can play consistently, then I don't think there's another team that's going to be able to hang with them. And, what's funny is first 5 weeks of the season, everybody was like, nobody's as good as Miami. Nobody can stick with them. And then all of a sudden, they're on the edge of the playoff. Guess there's no argument for Notre Dame anymore.
No, I mean, look, Notre Dame lost to close games to Miami and Texas A&M. I guess to me, I look at this and I go, I'm just ready to expand the playoff, let everybody in. I mean, I don't care anymore. Like,
does your opinion of A&M change now, or what was your opinion of A&M prior to the playoff? Because I started thinking after I looked at their schedule and they lost to Texas, I was like, I think they may be a pretender.
I guess to me, I just feel like the SEC is a pretender right now. I hate to say it, but it ain't like the SEC you played in. It's just different, man. Like we get gutted with the transfer portal. And it's just so unfair. Like you go and you pay these guys, you put them on campus, you let them do whatever, and then, half your team leaves. There's got to be some kind of posting system where you're compensated for these guys going to other schools. But the whole system's terrible right now. It's just, it's so bad. Like Carson Beck said he didn't even go to class. I graduated 2 years ago. I'm here for football.
I mean,
like crazy, man.
I don't even know what that means, though. I mean, you can just not go to class.
What that means? That means that, you got basket weaving, and a couple other classes like that. And
Yeah, I guess.
and they don't have finals. Like and the Miami formula, which worked this year, go out, buy the best quarterback available, pay him a lot of money, and try to build a team around him. That's what they were trying to do with Ty Simpson. What was reported, like $6.5 million. Ty had to go to the NFL though, because like he's one of the top 2 quarterbacks now. So he's gonna get a great opportunity if he's drafted as one of the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks that are in the draft. That's probably not going to be the case next year, but man, it's hard to turn down that kind of money. I mean, be honest with you, man, 6.5 mil. I mean, that's more than he's going to get paid in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Ty last week and talked to him about that point blank, and I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not going to tell you what he told me, but outside of what's already public. But I mean, I was just like, man, $6.5 million guaranteed. I understand the legacy thing, but $6.5 million, you're making $6.5 million. That's a tough thing to say no to. And the first round, I think there is a lot of confidence he's going in the first round, which I mean, just from what I hear and what I think, based on the, how the quarterbacks ranked this year that are coming out. I think you got what's his name over at Indiana, then you got Ty.
Yeah.
And so that money is probably going to be there anyway. And I guess it was probably a wasted call by Miami, but that kind of money in college just sounds just so insane. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. And look, it's paid off for Miami. Everybody's gonna have to start following the Miami and the Indiana formula.
Yeah,
best quarterback in the country, and then guys with grandkids surrounding him.
Yeah. A bunch of old codgers.
Ex-NFL players.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. You think they're ever going to have rules, man? I mean, like, it's to have like a Wild West. It's pretty insane.
I mean, if they don't, college football is going to start falling apart. I'll just be honest. At least outside of probably Notre Dame, Ohio State, Texas A&M, Miami. The SEC will be diminished. I mean Arkansas, unless you have Walmart and Jerry Jones just start funding that thing to just a ridiculous level. Tennessee's got a pretty good backing. They'll be fine. Georgia, I don't think they can maintain dominance. I know there's a lot of money in Georgia, but Alabama is, as much as we love football. I mean, the population of money people at these other schools is far greater.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, look at Quay Russaw and James Smith, Cam Calhoun. Those three, two of which are two of our most notable defensive players, go to Ohio State.
That's sad, man.
We've got three guys.
I didn't want to lose either one of those guys. And
then our best receiver, numbers-wise, last year, Isaiah Horton, he's at A&M. You're basically, again, when the transfer portal opened up, I remember Coach Saban saying, it's just going to help me because I'm going to lose my worst players and pick up my best players.
Right.
But once the NIL started, is when Alabama lost the edge because, again, the money's not there.
Well, Saban never did.
What's that?
I said Saban didn't because he got the Saban discount. They played.
Well, yeah. No, you're right about that. But, again, this is no knock on Kalen DeBoer. I think he would agree that
it's not
Coach Saban calls. It's a little bit different. if Coach Saban was still coaching, that call would mean more to any player than any other coach in the country. I mean, there's not another coach in the country with as much prestige as Coach Saban, obviously.
Yeah, so, it's because it was Coach Saban.
Yeah. So he got. He did get the discount, but once you lose Coach Saban, again, I don't care who you bring in, you're not getting the same discount. That's just not going to happen.
No.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird, man. We got some guys back though.
I'm looking at and another team that. I mean, this is all working out perfectly for Clark Lee over at Vanderbilt. Yeah, that's a school with money. That's a school that is not only has money, but is also extremely hungry to win after seeing what happened over the last 2 years with Vanderbilt football. Yeah. So you're going to have a lot of people there that are going to be spending money just to see that again and keep that energy and that excitement around that program. But yeah, man, we lose 2 guys to A&M, 3 guys to Ohio State. I mean, those are probably your most notable guys, and then the rest are just gone. I mean, you got Georgia Tech, West Virginia, all that, but Ohio State, Notre Dame, A&M, they're coming in and they're getting your guys. You don't have a chance.
Yeah. I know.
And I hate to say that, but it is what it is. It's just, I mean, it is what it is at this point. But, you talk to people who have been big fans over the years, and look, I mean, when I'm around at restaurants or wherever I may be, that's the common sentiment. Nobody can even keep up with this anymore, hardly, unless you're paid to do it. And even when you're paid to do it, it's a headache to follow.
Right.
So, I mean, some guys, the running back from NC State is coming to Alabama, then he's at Texas the next day, 2 days later.
I know. And that was crazy, huh? Hollywood Smothers.
Oh, yeah. And look, the NCAA, they were useless 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Their existence makes no sense to me now. But at some point, I feel like college football, just like everything else, is falling apart.
Yeah.
These guys that are coming in, look, I don't know much about them. I'm seeing a guy from Mercer and NC State, Noah Rogers, a guy from Cal Poly. I see one from Texas, but I don't know, man. It's frustrating. It's got no point with me where it's trying to decipher whether we're going to be good or not is very, very tough right now. But you can see the way it's going. I mean, we're taking guys that, of course, we got Ty Haywood back, but the way it's going right now, we're plucking guys where we can, and we're not selling with money, selling with a vision.
Yeah, right. I worry about that because, look, I don't mind the vision, and I know like Kalen DeBoer and those guys are really good, but it's like I just didn't expect Alabama to get gutted again like that. I guess you should. But Smith and Roos, there's some big time guys, man. Those are on the defense that was the heart and soul of this team. And they lost the entire offense besides one offensive lineman and one wide receiver.
Yeah.
So you got to rebuild that. Not to say that the offensive line was anything to write home about, but still, you have 2 guys that are going to be in the NFL that are going to get drafted this year. So I don't know. It's going to be a totally different thing. Bama's got to run the ball. I think we all can agree on that, right? Like they've got to do a better job of running the ball, plain and simple.
Yeah, I feel like when you spread it around and throw it around a bunch, I mean, it's a good way. Again, it's a good way to beat really good teams, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not a good way to be consistent. It's kind of
Right.
like a team that relies on being hot from three to win all the time. And look, I know I know Nate Oates talks about shooting threes, but I think he's got his I think he's got
Right.
his regimen down, or his game plans down. I don't mean that's no. I'm not talking about Alabama basketball, but those teams that when you watch a basketball game, you're like, if they show up, they're hot, they'll win. If not, just go ahead and chalk it up and send them to the showers because it's going to be a long day for us. Football, I mean, you've got to be able to run it. You got to establish an identity. You have to, and our identity is a soft football team who throws it around the yard, and sometimes we show up, sometimes we don't. When we get punched in the mouth, we lay down and
God, you don't. I don't like hearing that. It is what it is, though. Right now, huh?
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Man,
I hate to say that.
pretty harsh, but I think everybody watching is going to agree with you. I don't think anybody's going to disagree. So how do you fix that if you're them?
Well, I'm in a bad mood because of this transfer portal. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm always positive, but I'm just in a bad mood looking at all this stuff. I really am.
A little saucy today.
Yeah, salty. No, it just. I mean, what I just said is probably unfair, but I just watching all these guys leave. I mean that. I don't know what they're getting paid, but I would expect it to be to make me leave Alabama, it would have to been about $6.5 million guaranteed. I mean, something that's life-changingly different.
Right. Would you have left for the money? Because I know you loved Alabama. I mean, that's kind of one of your legacy to me before I even knew you, before we were friends. Just, even before you even did the tailgate show, before the Tua beat Georgia game. That was the first time I ever met you. My thoughts of you were like, this is a guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes Alabama football. Went to Florida State, but came here because this is where you wanted to be because it was in your heart. Like I think we all. And then when you won, you're like, you just reminded. I think this is fair. I mean, you guys in the comment section agree. It was like watching you like just go through all of the stuff that you went through after the game was like, if any of us went through it, right, just as fans and stuff, we'd have the same reaction. Like it was like you could tell it meant a lot to you, like more than just, hey, we won a championship. Like, no, we won a Bama championship, and I was the starting quarterback, which is, I mean, that's iconic in our state. So,
no,
how much money would it have taken for you to say, fuck this? I'm sorry. I know I wasn't going to cuss. 26.
Hey, yep, again. So much for that resolution.
It slipped. But it was a setup for it. All right, kids, don't imitate me, please.
There's no amount of money you could put on that national championship with Alabama. So I really don't know. That would have been an almost impossible decision. Back then, I think when I had no kids, no family I was responsible for, I probably would not have said yes. And then now having won a national championship at Alabama, I mean, when you talk about a sports goal, that was the top of the mountain for me.
Yeah, right.
I mean, getting drafted, none of that was. It was winning a national championship at Alabama. That's what I wanted the most.
Yeah. One of my favorite baseball players at Alabama was Brett Boyd. You probably don't remember him, but he was on baseball. He was like a middle infielder, I think second base when Jim Wells was coaching. And the dude just like exemplified everything great about Alabama baseball. Back when Bama baseball used to be really good. Like uniforms dirty, like did the small things, did the big things. Like I love that guy. Like fantastic representation of what college baseball is all about. Shout out to you, Brett. But you kind of like that as a quarterback, man. Like when we have like Ha swings over, he's like, yeah, I would have liked to play with you because you're trucking dudes. That's pretty cool.
That was it. That was the goal. That was,
but look, man, $6.5 million. I'd be like, hey, Alabama, hey, I love you guys, but I mean, look, there was a guy, a very famous wrestler. His name was the $1 Million Man. He had his sidekick was Virgil, the bodyguard, and he said every man has his price. I believe that every man has his price.
Yeah, because man,
that's
a
not
lot of
like,
people. A lot of people would love living in Miami. I would have hated living in Miami.
Oh, I know you can't like hunt deer and stuff there. All right, well, let me switch gears, guys, and let me tell you about our friends at Patriot Roofing and Builders. Man, I'm telling you right now, these are the guys that will help you get your job done. And you can't get a project done without the right people around you. And that's Will and Justin. Give them a call. They're going to answer. They do it all, whether you're talking about roofing, obviously. They are home builders that are licensed to do anything, right? Roofing, siding, gutters, windows, full home renovations, free inspections. Give those guys a call. They're big Bama fans. They're going to hook you up. But you call that number 205-919-4494. You're going to get some help. And I'm that's Birmingham and Tuscaloosa. Guys, do you do Fairhope? Can I get you down here to Fairhope? Because I got some projects that I need some help with. Because finding guys that you can trust to work on your house, which honestly, I have Ryan Anderson. He does a good job. But it's tough, man. And if you get the wrong person, Coker, just a FYI, your life can be very stressful.
Thanks for the tip.
Yeah. Remember that. All right. Look, things, the sun came up. Obviously, Bama's going to have to do some work. They're going to have to get things ready. It's going to be a quarterback battle like we've never seen before between Austin Mack and Keelan Russell. It's going to be interesting to see that. They got a good quarterback room, but it's going to be such a different look next year. But the Indiana-Miami, I mean, I never would have thought that. Miami just came out of nowhere. They almost didn't make the playoff. And if Duke doesn't beat Virginia, Miami's not even in this. And they have been really fun to watch, man. They're physical. They're angry. They're turning their program around with the way that they're playing right now. And then Indiana is a wrecking ball. And I mean, like, they're older dudes, but I don't remember them missing tackles or anything. It was like they were putting on a clinic.
Yeah, it's
against
like
Alabama and Oregon.
grapplers out there.
Yeah.
I mean, they latch on to you and you're down. The Miami guys, I think Chris Ball's done a hell of a job bringing a lot of those older guys around, and redefining the culture down there. Because I felt like for probably the last, 2 decades or mid 2000s, when did they start going downhill? I know they were a national championship in 2001, but after that, I felt like it was kind of a steady decline. Mm-hmm. But getting those old guys from the 80s, 90s back in and having those guys around for those players to lean on, I think is really, like I said, redefine the culture. But I think when you bring in a bunch of transfer guys, from all over, and I mean, you're buying players from wherever they may be, and I think it takes a while for them to really understand how to play with each other and how to communicate on the field. We've talked about this over and over again as it relates to Alabama, but it takes a while for those guys to get on the same page. I think the older you are, and speaking about Indiana, you get a bunch of older guys. I mean, being in college when you're 18 versus 23, 22, 24, the what you do on the weekends in college is different. What you do on the weekdays in college is different. I think those guys are there for one purpose. Probably. I mean, I would think probably more mature than a younger roster at Miami with all the distractions down there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a really well put together football team. I mean, if I was 18, 19 at Miami transferring and making money, I can't imagine, what kind of trouble you could get into down there.
Right.
But like I said, when, Miami calls, Indiana calls and you're up there, you go up there and you're towards the end of your career, but, done the college stuff and now you're there for football, I think it's kind of put on display there for Indiana. They're pretty focused. They've been locked in throughout the playoff. Doesn't matter the venue. They show up, and as Signetti would say, they kick ass, and that's exactly what they've done.
I love him. He's just my kind of guy. They were like, Alabama's prestige and history and da-da-da. He's like, whatever they said. He's like, yeah, my guys just watch film. They know what's on film.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, that's the right answer. That was what Saban would have said. Like, okay, good. I'm glad they won a bunch of championships.
Well, the reporter said, does the Bama mystique, are your players aware or feel Bama mystique? And he said, my players are aware of what they see on tape.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Even and then they proceeded to give us the worst ass whooping that I've seen Alabama get put on them since Mike DuBose. I don't even remember a game like that.
Yeah.
38-3. We couldn't do anything. And they just beat us physically and just destroyed us. Even back then, we didn't win, but we were always in the game.
Yeah. Well, my thing about it is, as we've talked about on this show, I felt like you had a couple of guys on that team who really influenced the team. A couple of them. Ty Simpson was one of those main guys. I think he put his body on the line from Florida State game. When I watched that game, and you watch him get hit, run, be physical, do all the right things, and then throughout the season to maintain that as much as possible. The dude's like falling apart by the end of the year because he's gotten just drilled so many times, and just gotten back up, taking shots. All the things you do when you're beat to hell and back. Then when he went out, it was just like a flatline roster after that. And when you played, and we lost to Ole Miss, but I never felt like the team quit. There was always that fight. There's always that fight.
Different type of loss, pal.
Yeah,
different type of loss. Like, I got a ball bounces off a dude's helmet, hits another guy in the arm, and then it falls in a guy's lap, and he runs for a touchdown, and that's one of the touchdowns. Like, no, this was, okay, you get your 11 guys, I'm going to get my 11 guys. We'll meet at the line of scrimmage. I'm going to hand the ball to this guy, right? And then you got to try to tackle him.
Yeah,
he's running straight ahead, and you can't do it. Like, that's what we used to do to people. We're afraid to run the ball forward on a 4th down one play. We're trying to run sweeps and all this. It's like, look, man, at least go get the crispy screen and throw it to a big dude and see if he can go yard instead of doing the sweep. God, man, it was bad. All right, I want to switch gears. I don't want to. I want us. We got to talk about wearing my shirt right now. Look at this. I'm I don't know if you know this, but I'm a big Grateful Dead guy.
Got my Beach Ratty shirt on.
You got your Beach Ratty shirt. How comfortable is that?
And it's awesome.
I told you you're gonna like those Beach Ratty.
This is all right. This is my brand now.
Is it Beach Ratty? I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get their number.
And the signature Coker edition. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Residence Inn by Marriott Ocean City. We're working on a deal right now where we're going to send some of you guys out there to check out the beautiful views, the sunsets, Secrets Bar, the boardwalk, all the stuff, crabs. And all of us love crabs, right? Steamed crabs, crab cakes, crab soup, crab imperial on top of pretzels, on top of hot dogs, on steak. We do it all with crabs in Maryland, but this is a fantastic hotel. This summer coming up, I'm going to go out there. And Coker, I hope you come. You were invited by Keith, our guy Keith. He's like, look, I want you, I want Lance Taylor, and I want Jay Coker. You guys come out for this big fishing tournament. I was like, I'm thinking to myself, like, that might not be a great idea, but we'd have some awesome shit.
When is that fishing tournament?
It's like in August.
Oh, there we go. You got
some runway. You got some runway, pal.
All right.
All right. Let me go ahead and talk about this. It's been heartbreaking. Out of nowhere. Had no idea. let me just set this up. Last year, I saw Bob Weir and his band, Fort Lauderdale, December 27th. It was awesome. Then I offered this guy here, the one on my screen right there, tickets to come with me. Like I took Big Sexy Elmo to the Sphere in Vegas. You even have a brother that lives out there. And I said, you don't want to miss this opportunity to see Bob Weir, to see John Mayer, to see Dead and Company in that this amazing environment, the Sphere. And you turned it down. You said, I don't like to leave Alabama. You said if it's not deer hunting and turkey hunting, that it's really hard for me to do that. And I was like, okay, so you missed that opportunity. And then out of nowhere, and I kept looking. I was trying to plan to take my buddy Greg. I was going to take Greg to the Sphere this year. And I wanted to see if Bob Weir was going to be down in Fort Lauderdale again or somewhere else. And lo and behold, we lost him. He passed away. And it has been, I'm telling you, man, like I've had so many. I saw Dead and Company at Wrigley Field. Saw him 6 times in Vegas. Saw him twice in Atlanta. Saw him at Red Rocks. Saw him at Cincinnati. I mean, saw Bob Weir with the National Symphony Orchestra in D.C. at the Kennedy Center. I saw like last year, which was my favorite, was honestly at the in Fort Lauderdale at a theater. It's my thing. You know, you walk in here, you see it. Like, it's been heartbreaking, man. And I feel bad for you, Jake, because I brought you back a tie-dyed from the Sphere two trips ago. And now you're never going to get a chance to experience one of the greatest experiences of my life. Have you seen all the stuff? I mean, do you realize now how big of a deal this was? I don't like that answer.
I'm sorry for your loss. But I don't think I'd fit in a dead.
You would too.
I guess everybody fits in, huh?
Well, the thing about it is that it's not, it's like country and Western and blues music and rock and roll, you know, all kind of country, all kind of mixed into one. So there's a lot of songs you would have liked, but.
Oh, I mean, I know a few of them.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like they just did this. They had a concert in San Francisco last year. Our buddy Phil Hastings. Shout out to Phil. He works for the Giants. He calls in the post-game show every week. Went to school with him at Alabama. He's like, hey, are you coming out? You coming out? Because I normally would. I was like, no, I'm going to see him in Vegas. Not thinking that, you know, and he had apparently had throat cancer. No one knew about it. It's kind of slid out. And I don't think they were expecting that he was going to die. But man, it's like, I remember when Toby Keith died, and it was like, really hard for you because you're like, man, this is
That one hit me.
right. But I'm going through the same thing right now. Like, I'm like, I just don't even like, I'm watching the tributes and I'm just thinking, what am I going to do? Like, my whole summer's planned around going to see these guys. You know that? Like, it's like the joy, like part of the joy of my existence.
Well, they'll replace him with somebody else, I'm guessing.
I don't think so, man. I don't know if you can. Dude was in the band for 60 years.
I mean,
you think John Mayer is going to keep it going?
I don't even know how that works. John Mayer he ran their band or something? What is
John Mayer was like, they just brought him in, to kind of be like, he was, like, I don't want to say he was like a Jerry Garcia because he wasn't, but he was just like another guy in the band. And Mayer was already famous for being a great musician, but I mean, it's the same thing as the Dead. Like, I think honestly, man, I'm almost like, I got to go see Fish now. You know about Fish?
Yeah, I've heard of Fish.
I'm just going to have to go see Fish. Like, I think what I'm going to do is.
See, my thing about the Dead is like, I don't know.
Not that Farmhouse and Wolfman's Brother aren't great songs, but it hit me like.
It's like when we were at the Floribama, the last guy that came up to us, I felt like that was talking about the Dead. He walked up to you and he goes, I heard the Dead over here, and I had to walk over. And you were talking about the Sphere, and he was like, yeah. Last time I went to a Dead concert, I woke up butt ass naked in the back of a van with about 16 half-eaten pizzas, and I was like, whoa. I was like, that's every story I hear from like a 50 or 60-year-old man who's ever been to a Dead concert. It's always the same. You know? Everybody wakes up wondering how they were unconscious.
I thought you were gonna say he tried to give me that mushroom cap.
Yeah, they talk about their they talk about previous experiences after live performances, and then they're like, "Hey, you want a mushroom?"
They'll cheer you up. Oh man, I don't know, dude. I just can't. God, when you come in you coming in studio this week? Because I got some crazy stories, man. Like, this year has started off nuts. I already told you guys the story about me finding out that I'm not related to my family. What's next? And we got some stories, That's how 2026 is going to be a hell of a year. Hey, I got a question, like just totally random question. So, yeah, did you ever watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
A little bit.
Okay. So I'm at this restaurant, and I'm at the bar, and I come out, and I run into some friends, some local friends, and I wasn't drunk or anything. I had a few. I was talkative, and they're like, "Hey, Mick," and I walk over and I start talking to them, and I'm like, I'm in the middle of telling them. I'm not even at the middle. I'm almost at the end of telling them the story about being at the family reunion and finding out that I'm not family, that happened on the 27th of December. And in the middle of it, the guy's like, all right, we'll see you guys later. Like, I'm like, what the? I'm like, I've had to like figure out like, how do you deal with that? Like, I get it. Their food's there, but you invited me over, like, I guess I wore out they didn't care about the story. I mean, like, how do you deal with that stuff?
Well,
that probably's never happened to you before. You're probably the one being like, all right, man, good to see you guys.
That would have been me.
And then I'm like,
hey, let me just go ahead and tell you, if somebody came up to me that I had never met and started talking about how they work.
No, I knew them. They're I don't want to say friends, but they're people that I thought were my friends. Like,
they're just like, all right, Mick's drunk. Get out of here.
Yeah. Hey, good to see you, pal. It's just like, I'm walking out and I'm like,
tell the family I said hello.
Whoa, I don't care who you're related to. I got to eat this steak, okay? I'm like, okay, obviously they didn't want to hear from me. How do you do that in a way that is respectful?
Well,
hey, buddy, I know that you're pretty upset right now that you were at the family reunion and they told you that genetically you're not related. But I've got a $400 steak right here. Eat it, kid.
I got better things to do.
Yeah. I was like, I'm like thinking the whole time, I'm like, okay, do I like then like the next I woke up the next day and I'm like, do I still like this guy? You ever feel like that?
You feel like you're in the Truman Show now?
No, I felt like I'm in Curb Your Enthusiasm, because then I'm like, okay, so did I like, what's the time limit? All right, you got 1 minute and 30 seconds to come over and talk. Or did his wife kick him under the table? Like, because
she's the one, out of here.
This couple, she's definitely the wear the pants person. They're not going to watch this. They're not Alabama fans. So we can talk about it.
Yeah, probably not a story I'm telling if I'm, meeting some people for the first time, but
this wasn't the first time. I know them.
You can't say that. Yeah, you can't say the wife's name. How well do you know them?
Pretty good. Like, I thought we were friends. Like, I mean, I would say of my local people here, top 5 until this happened.
What restaurant?
Out of the top 25 now. Wash House. I see that. Look at how you doing over there. Wash House. It's a pretty nice place.
You're good.
You ever been there?
Yeah. Hang on one second.
Where you going? Pause? All right, look, I'm not going to pause. I'm gonna put me on the screen, and I'm going to tell you guys about Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi, the Azaleas, the Oaks, 2 amazing golf courses at Dancing Rabbit. I tell you that all the time because you're going to love the place. And I know some of you guys already know that. The slot game's amazing. You got, obviously you got everything going on. I don't want to finish the conversation right now, but this guy's the spokesman.
So, Jake, let's break down some game tape.
Hold on, fellas. Steve.
Hey, Jake. You ready to rock?
Let's roll, brother.
Guess we're calling plays at Pearl River Resort. Wow, Jake's first throw scores. And Steve's got the crowd pumped. Man, they're absolutely rolling.
'Cause I don't have to be me till Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I ain't gonna face reality.
I tell you, Jake's still got game. While Steve keeps rocking aces. Boom, Jake seals it with a pick.
Come call your own plays.
At Pearl River Resort. Let's roll.
I don't have to be me till Monday.
Every time I see it, I realize I'm the weak link in this commercial. Bo did a great job. You did a great job. Steve Azar did a great job. And there's me.
Come on.
Shame on me for being shitty. You got, so is everything clean in the office now? We good to go?
No,
So
yeah.
let me ask you, I'm serious though. Is there a statute of limitations on, or is there a time limit on if your friends invite you to their table, hey, Jay, come over here, do you have the internal clock, or is it like, hey, minute 30 seconds, I got to be out of here?
The clock changes for me. It depends on who's sitting at the table.
Right.
If you got all guys that you know really well, extended conversation can take place.
Right.
Mixed company, it's just a, hey, how you doing? Maybe a.
Well, this was the guy's wife. It wasn't like they've been married forever. I mean, it's not like it was like he's on a first date.
How well do you know his wife?
Kind of a little bit, but I know him well.
Oh yeah, that's not a conversation you want to have.
Yeah.
I was about to say somebody and their wife you don't really know very well. It's, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Hope you have a great dinner.
Hey,
Get out of
you know
there.
what I'm gonna do next time? Out the door. Gonna give the head nod.
Well, hey, what if they look at each other and go, "Thank God"?
I'll be doing the same thing. I don't want the stress of it. Like, I'll be honest with you people, because I love you guys. I'm going to tell you this right now, and you know this, Jake. I get anxiety over meeting people I don't know. I just get anxiety over me, even if I know people, like, because I'm always afraid of, like, what am I going to say, or you know what I mean? Like, it's always kind of a thing. You know this. If once I get past the comfort zone, I'm fine. But like at first, I'm like, I don't know. This time, this is exactly the thing I worry about. And I fell right into it. And it's been bothering me ever since. I'm like, how did I not, like, what am I, what's going on here? What's going on? But you don't seem like a guy that's ever had that happen.
You gotta be able to read the room. You know.
You don't seem like a fella that's ever had that issue.
Well, I know Tide. Okay, met him a couple times. You know.
Who?
I did make a joke last week when I saw him. I was like, okay.
Simpson.
Yeah, it's like okay, this joke isn't suitable.
Yeah, right. Oh, I know that joke.
But if you've been listening to the show, you probably know that joke was.
Yeah. He was just like, that was like, yeah, you probably felt the same way. He was probably like, yeah, I got to get away from
No, because, I mean, sometimes I think it's funny when people are uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I love that shit. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I love it. But,
well, it's almost funnier because I know who he was with really well, and I knew they'd laugh. I wasn't sure if Ty would laugh. So it
where do you
made
think where's he getting drafted?
Hell, I have no idea. Let's see.
I mean, first quarterback, second quarterback, third quarterback.
Well,
I think he's going to be first or second, man. Probably second.
Indiana.
Mendoza's going to go first, and him healthy is a damn good quarterback, man. He's a PhD level guy.
Oh yeah, he's a football savant, no doubt about it. Hey, who's winning tonight?
Oh, come on, dude. If Miami wins this game, I'll be shocked. Indiana's they're just so good. I mean, this could be, I don't know, the way they dismantled us in Oregon, I can't imagine Miami hanging in. But Carson Beck's good, but I mean, these guys this is like an NFL team. Like, if, who's the worst NFL team this year? Did somebody go like 1-15 or something? They could relegate who?
Saints, probably.
Yeah, like the Saints. They could relegate the Saints, and Indiana could go in their spot the way that they've played this year. And the fact that, like, their average age is right up there with the Green Bay Packers. So,
well, the thing about Indiana is, like, you watch not the Oregon game, but our game and a few other games. It's like at the beginning of the game, and even parts like first quarter, second quarter, you don't realize how bad they're beating the hell out of you, until you look up at the score and it's like 42-7. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Because going into halftime or just before halftime, I was like, oh, we still got a chance. Still got a chance. Then when Ty fumbled, that was it. I mean,
that was it. That was it.
But they just drown you in your own mistakes. You make a mistake and they capitalize. I mean,
no doubt.
If you've got to play the perfect game almost to beat them.
Yeah. Again, appreciate the guys at Patriot Roofing and Outdoors, Patriot Roofing and Builders. They do it outside because your house is outside. Yeah, it was a fumble by me, but give those guys a call. Will and Justin, they got you covered as you try to build, whether you're doing a roofing, you need to build projects around your house, all of that stuff, they got you covered. And they do it all. Total home solution, roofing, siding, gutters, windows, full home renovations, free inspections, all that stuff. And when you call, the guys answer. So keep that in mind. All right, last thing I want to talk about is the NFL playoffs. I'm not an NFL guy. I watch the Ravens. I'm a Derrick Henry, Marlon Humphrey super fan right now because they're on my team, but I don't watch a lot of the NFL. I have absolutely enjoyed this playoffs. The Rams Bears game was awesome. The Broncos and the Patriots, was it the Broncos? No, it was the Broncos and the Bills. That was a great game. The officials were terrible at the end of that game. Like the pass interferences at the end of the game make you think that maybe these games are fixed.
Yeah, man, I hated to see that because I want Josh Allen to win a Super Bowl.
Me
so
too.
bad.
And this would have been the year.
Oh yeah, this was it. Hell, I think they'd have played the Broncos after that. Would they have played the Broncos next?
No, would have beat the Broncos. They'd have played the Patriots.
Mm.
I think they'd have beat. I
the
think they'd have
Bills.
won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Bills are probably the best team in the playoff. I mean, it's probably them and the Rams, I bet. What you think?
Yeah,
I don't know. I just want to see.
I think it's going to be the Rams and the Patriots now. Bo Nix, I know he went to Auburn. I became a Bo Nix fan. I am a Bo Nix fan. I'm going to tell you why. He was he did his NIL on the next round. He used to come on as a guest. The guy was great, man. He's a great interview. Like he actually talked about stuff. Like he wasn't one of these guys that was afraid to say things. Like, and then he obviously hot ass on Auburn.
He came down here.
Terrible ever since. I like him.
Yeah, I met Bo and he was working out down here.
Broke his damn ankle, and now they're going to have to try to win without him.
Yeah, they're going to have to try to win with another Auburn quarterback.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
Of course, both of them transferred, but
good for them.
Well, Stidham ended his career at Auburn.
Bad for him. We beat him, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't beat us. But Bo beat us.
Hang on. I think he did beat us one year.
Did he? Oh. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know this much. We're at this point right now, right?
That's right.
I mean,
I think maybe his senior year was the year they beat us.
Yeah.
Maybe it was 8 years ago, 7 years ago, whatever it is.
Tell you this, man. The SEC better get it together. Because I don't like the direction.
There's some dark days ahead.
That's the whole conference. I don't like the direction that we're going right now.
I don't see it getting any better unless things change, Mick.
I mean, there has to be a system where you're penalized for transferring, or as an institution that you get paid for these guys that are leaving. You get your NIL money back. You get like there needs to be a posting system.
Yeah.
It's the Wild West. Like the bottom line is this: if you got a lot of money, I mean, you should win. You should be winning all the time now.
If you got money, you can win all the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's it.
Or Signetti, from what it sounds like.
Yeah, because you can build a roster that nobody else can contend with.
I mean, I still don't know how he did year one at Indiana the way he did. Now, I mean, performing at the level that Indiana's performing at right now,
mm-hmm.
I mean, this isn't a one-off year for him.
No.
And, I thought he was a goober when he was like, I win, Google me. I mean, I think that might have been last year.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, just totally just putting him off because it was funny listening to him say that. I mean, a guy who did win at James Madison, but you come into Indiana, and it's like, who do you think you are? And then they go undefeated last year, and I was like, that's pretty dang impressive. But it was, in the Big Ten, and all of us SEC people discount the Big Ten. But now this year, going undefeated the way he did, the playoff run, I mean, this is no coincidence. This dude's got it figured out.
Yeah.
And the Big Ten is, I hate to say it, but I think they're about to take over as the best conference. Look, the SEC's got the best environment. There's no better environment. The slogan is true. It just means more. It does across the board. I mean, you're not going to find more loyal fan bases in any other conference than the SEC I mean, at a uniform level. Ohio State, I know they got their fans, but Arkansas's got great fans.
Yeah, like Steve Azar.
South Carolina. I
know
mean,
Steve Azar?
what do you mean?
He's an Arkansas fan, isn't he?
Steve's all over the map.
He's an Ole Miss fan.
Yeah, it depends on who's playing.
Yeah. Can he beat you one-on-one in basketball?
He's been shooting a lot. He's been practicing his threes a lot. I know that. He can beat me right now,
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe that.
Well, I mean, when your back goes out on you,
Oh, my God.
It's all jacked up.
This is sad. This is
Shoulder.
This is a sad. I can't even believe you're saying this. I need you healthy, and you got to be confident. You gonna tell me that your feet went out on you too?
My left foot is jacked up because my back's so jacked up.
If he beat you in basketball,
I've been going to physical therapy twice a week. I mean, your boy's falling apart.
That's what that sounds like. In the name of Jules Monnier, I would never, I had never thought we'd be here right now. Is it that bad?
It ain't good. It's the most debilitated I've ever been.
Man, yeah.
Outside of, being on crutches or something.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you about me, because I'm not there. I saw me fat on the 30-second commercial, and I walk 5-6 miles a day and worked out every day since.
Yep. Your front was
great.
out. Front was out, that's for sure.
Look, I got up to give Bo a high five.
That was a good one.
That was
a good one.
I was like, now I'm like, when I get on the Freebird when it's warm, I want to be stacked. Like this.
I don't know, man. I see a guy that's too jacked in his 40s. It's like, that guy doesn't have fun.
Yeah, but you know better.
That guy doesn't have fun.
You're gonna look and you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
That guy's got a gluten allergy.
Did you see the beer I was drinking? This is what you drink when you have a gluten allergy. Dora. They remove gluten. Fun. Really fun. All right, enough. Is anyone still here watching for an hour? Because I know you guys have already bailed on us. We're having fun. You're coming over later this week. We'll do another show.
Yeah.
We got to get back to doing two shows.
Our viewers are like the people you were talking to at dinner.
yeah, they are. Where they're just rudely gonna brush you out of their table.
Oh yeah. Well, hell, I'm right there,
Jake.
Hey, I'm right there with them. Hey, national championship starts in an hour, and I got a steak to eat. Roll Tide.
All right, Roll Tide. Brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi. Get over there. Hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, 2 and change from Birmingham. You got 2 great casinos, Silver Star and Golden Moon. Timeout Sports Lounge, where you can put your money on Indiana to win big tonight. You got, obviously, Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. All the great entertainment. I'm going to show you this guy in action one more time.
So, Jake, let's break down some game tape.
Hold on, fellas. Steve,
Hey, Jake, you ready to rock?
let's roll, brother.
Guess we're calling plays at Pearl River Resort. Wow, Jake's first throw scores. And Steve's got the crowd pumped. Man, they're absolutely rolling.
'Cause I don't have to be me till Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I ain't gonna face reality.
I tell you, Jake's still got game. While Steve keeps rocking aces. Boom, Jake seals it with a pick.
I don't have to be
Come call your own plays.
At Pearl River Resort, let's roll.
I don't have to be